A man in India was not allowed to fetch water because he was poor and belonged to a lower caste. He did not respond with words, he responded with action, digging his own well for 50 days until water finally came out and changed his fate forever. His name is Bapurao Tajne. In a small, dry, and forgotten village in Maharashtra, India, there lived a humble man named Bapurao Tajne. He was not a prominent man. Every day he worked as a laborer, relying on physical strength to earn wages that were only enough to feed his family. The land in his village was cracked, the sun scorched relentlessly, and water, which should have been a right for everyone, had become a luxury. Every morning his wife had to walk a long distance to the village's public well. But the well was not truly for everyone. The caste system was still deeply rooted, and Bapurao belonged to a group considered low. His wife was often treated unfairly, looked down upon, and even driven away when she tried to fetch water. One day, the heat felt more intense than usual. His wife returned from the well with a pale face and tearful eyes. She brought no water. "I was driven away again," she said softly. "They said we are not worthy of taking water from there." Those words pierced Bapurao's heart more sharply than anything, not just because of thirst, but because their dignity had been trampled. He remained silent for a long time. That night, while everyone else was asleep, he sat in front of his modest home, staring at the hard ground before him. "The next morning, I will dig my own well," he murmured. His wife was surprised when she heard it. "We don't have the tools, we don't have money, and this land is very hard," she said. Bapurao only gave a faint smile. "We have determination." With a simple hoe, he began to dig. On the first day, nothing changed. On the second day, there was only a small, shallow hole. The neighbors began to laugh at him. "He's crazy," they said. "Digging a well alone in dry land like this? Impossible." But Bapurao did not stop. Every day, after working as a laborer, he returned home and continued digging. His hands became blistered, his back felt like it was breaking, and his skin was scorched by the sun. But he kept going. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. The hole grew deeper. At times, he was exhausted and almost gave up. Sometimes he looked at the hole and asked himself, "Is all of this in vain?" But whenever the image of his wife being driven away from the well appeared in his mind, he lifted his hoe again. The rainy season came and went. The ground softened for a while, then became hard again. Bapurao kept digging. Day 20, day 30, day 40. People still laughed, but now with a hint of curiosity. The hole had become deep enough to make them pause for a moment as they passed by. Day 50, Bapurao dug deeper than ever before. As his hoe struck the ground, he felt something different. The soil beneath was more moist. His heart pounded. He dug faster. The earth grew wetter. And suddenly, water, water, water. Water began to seep from the bottom of the hole, slowly but surely. Bapurao stood still for a moment in disbelief. Then the water grew stronger, filling the base of the well he had dug with his own hands. He shouted, calling his wife. When she came and saw the water, she cried, not out of sadness but out of emotion and pride. The villagers who once laughed at him now came to see. They no longer saw Bapurao as a poor man from a lower caste, but as a symbol of perseverance and courage. The well was not just a source of water, it became a symbol of dignity, a symbol that anyone, no matter how small or oppressed, can change their fate through determination and hard work. From that day on, no one could drive Bapurao's family away from water anymore. And more than that, his story spread far and wide, inspiring people that sometimes great change begins with one person who refuses to give up, even when the whole world doubts him. The story of Bapurao Tajne teaches us that dignity and change do not always come from the help of others, but from the courage to take action ourselves. When faced with injustice, don't just complain. Create your own way out with effort, patience, and perseverance.